Hello, traders. Okay, so trading's finished in South Africa now. Markets have closed, although futures are still open. But I just want to have a look at Naspers quickly because there's some really interesting developments on this chart for today. And I think the first thing is this. Let me just configure this. That we are red. Okay, so way back in August last year, we had Ed Abandoned Baby, Hanging Man, Island Reversal, whatever you want to call it. But essentially, it was left in the middle of nowhere, and it was never really challenged again. So if we just add some levels in here, so that's the one level, and that would be the next level, and this would be another level here. And bearing in mind that we've got a gap here, so yeah, let's just put that in there. Right, so that gap was closed, so we can delete that one. So if you have a look at where we're kind of in the middle of nowhere at the moment, but we have closed the day with an inside bar and an inverse hammer at the same time. So if you scroll down to the 4 hour, you'll see something very interesting. So the Bollinger Band is this purple line is heading in that direction, right? Price, however, is heading in that direction. The price is moving away from the Bollinger Band, and that is always a sign that the downward move is coming to an end. The next thing that you've got here is, that level has been tested a couple of times. So if you look there, so we've tested with two 4 hour candles to try to break through and we failed. Momentum is to the downside here. However, we do have some diversions here. I think if we just bring good old Ichimoku into this. Okay, so what do we have? Firstly, let's just check this out on the daily. Yep, okay. So 200 moving average is flat, but more importantly, look at Kijinsen and Tikinson. They are both flat on the daily, and we are far away from it. So you would expect that anywhere in this area, let's just say we push down to this first resistance level, there should be a bounce coming back into this area here. So that's a 11.5% move roughly on Naspers, which is quite substantial. Okay, the cloud is flat on the daily as well. Okay, here we have bearish signals, and we still don't have anything green at the moment, but we do have an inside bar. And inside bars tend to either develop into a range or they do indicate a reversal. Back on the 4 hour, you'll see Kijinsen and Tikinson are flat, and they're flattening out, and this, what I would expect to happen is Tikinson to come around and start moving back in this direction, and the cloud to do exactly the same thing. So if we just get rid of that now, come back to good old-fashioned bull, and let's just put in a trend line over there, right? Let's get rid of that one, and let's put another one in over, well, we can do it there, we can do it there. I think let's just leave it with the original touch. So there was the first touch, there was the second touch. So we've had some overthrow on this falling wedge. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on the bottom. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3 touches on the top. So this is a pretty well-defined wedge. Bring back Kijinsen, but I'm not really worried about Kijinsen. Just want to see if we have diversions here. Not really. Um, nothing to speak of on that. Right. I'll take it away. So there's a couple of things here. We just on support, which we've broken through and we're hovering around. The next level is pretty close, okay? This area here does worry me because that would be a logical area for the guys to target. So there is a probability that we do head down and close this gap here. And if we do close that gap and break through this area here, then obviously we've got these gaps at the bottom that will come into play as well. But where we are now, typically what happens is when we hit a level like this, we do bounce. So we could, you could argue that we're just hovering in this area, ready for a bounce back, and bounce back to the weekly pivot or even the monthly pivot before we come back for another push down to create diversions and to create a level from where we can move up. But everything here hinges on what's happening on the Nasdaq. And right now, the Nasdaq is up 0.75% for the day. So I would say that tomorrow morning is going to be another gap up for the Aussie, and we're going to see some movement on this as well. So just drilling down on the hour before we shut off. So again, we've got the diversions here, but more importantly, momentum is turning to the upside. Okay. You could also argue that we've broken out of this downward trend and we're coming back to do the retest. So for me, I would be looking, and sorry, this is going to be quite a big area that I'm going to be waiting for bullish action, but any kind of bullish action on the 4-hour for me in this zone is where I'll be looking to get long on this again. And it's going to be a long that I'll hold for a while because this is really setting up beautifully at the moment for me. So it's lining up with what's going on in international markets. And yeah, so good area to watch. I think especially I would watch it in stages actually. So watch the bottom here, watch this level, then watch this level and to see what happens. But we've got the low of the previous week here. We've got the close of the week as well here. So there's a lot of happening. There's a lot of magnets sitting in this area. So this is definitely an area I'm going to be watching for longs. Anyway, hope that helps. Catch you later.